Hello, my name is Marissa Myhre, and today I will be going over my EECS-1011 major project. For the major project, I decided to do an Arduino-based home security system. This home security system is designed to be built for when a homeowner leaves their home for an extended period of time. The system works by turning a light on at dusk to deter intruders from invading a home or possibly robbing a home, based on the assumption that no one is there. If the Arduino detects that there is movement and sound in the house, the alarm will be triggered. The alarm will trigger 2 pre-recorded messages from the user, as well as the Arduino will play a typical alarm beeping sound. Now there is also a password to disable the alarm, which can be disabled if the alarm is triggered by accident by the host. Now, the system makes use of an Arduino Nano compatible board. I had used a Groove beginner kit. It also uses an analog sound sensor, analog light sensor, digital buzzer, analog rotary potentiometer, a button, a voltage converter, a 9-volt battery, and a lamp. I will now give an example of how the home security system works. When I run the program, MATLAB automatically starts bringing in values from the Arduino light sensor and sound sensor.
Hey, you. Get out of my room. Get out of my place. You don't live here. Get out.
Here we are given our first prompt asking, do we know the password? For the purpose of this demonstration, I clicked no the first time around.
Emergency services have been notified about the possibility of there being an intruder.
Now I will be triggering the alarm to go off again, so this time I can put the password in and disable the alarm.
Hey, you. Get out of my room. Get out of my place. You don't live here. Get out.
Now the password prompt has come up, and the password is turn the rotary potentiometer to a spot between 1 and 2, press the button, and then turn it back to 5. And then we get the option, would you like to disable the alarm? So now that the alarm has been disabled, you can see that the alarm trigger on the graph has gone up, and now we can mess with the sound sensor, and it will not trigger another alarm to go off. And now I can demonstrate the light sensor. As you see, when I cover the light sensor, the light turns on, and when I lift my finger up over top of it, the light turns off, as the sensor can tell that it is not dark in this room. Now, if this was in a room, the light would be on to make the appearance of someone being present in the home. Alright, so let's take a look at our code. So right here we just set up the variables, and we set up for the 2 subplots that are going to be our live graph, and then we enter our first while loop and our first function. So let's go over that function really quick. Now that function determines whether or not the light will be on or off, using the Arduino and the light minimum as inputs. Now we have our rolling average, and our sound vector is plotted in the live graph over here. And then we have our if statement, so if the alarm is triggered, then we run this code right here, and we are asked our question dialog, and we also play an MP3 with our MP3 function here. After the MP3 has played, we enter our dialog box questions, which we saw in the video that each answer has a different path on this code, and if we choose that we know the password and we would like to disable the alarm, we have another function for that, which is our password authentication function. So the only input is the Arduino name, and we use that to set up these variables here and set up this while loop with these if statements in there, saying that if each condition of the password is true, then our ID for our password becomes 111 and we are allowed to leave the while loop now. Once this password authentication is complete, we go back to our major projects code and we're able to disable the alarm. And then here in the if else statement saying no to it, we have another MP3 using our MP3 function. And we saw this all in the video. I'm not going to go too into detail with it. So in this for loop right here at the end, this sets our sound vector and our sound value to 0, so we don't trigger the alarm automatically after leaving the for loop if we decided not to disable the alarm. And then at the very end, we have our stop condition. So this will end the whole program if it is pressed, but it cannot be pressed if the alarm is currently running. So here you can see the two live graphs that were plotted. So right here in the top one, we have the light voltage over time, and we have the light minimum. So whenever this thick dark blue line passes below our cyan line, our light will be turned on. And then on the bottom graph, we have the alarm trigger level and the current sound input mean. So whenever this green line is above the red line, our alarm is triggered. As you see here, this is the first time we triggered the alarm. And then when we disabled the alarm, the line went straight up and disappeared. And then we could pass the line pass where the line was originally without triggering the alarm, showing that the alarm was actually indeed disabled. Thank you for watching, and that concludes my major project for